The next book that I want to read to you today isn't actually a story, it's a book of poems. Cat Poems by Dave Crawley, illustrated by Tamara Petrosino. I love the poems in this book, and I love the pictures that go with them too. If you like cats or if you have a cat, I think you'll like these poems. Cat Poems. There are a lot of poems in this book, and we don't have time to read all of them, but I am going to read most of them to you, including my favorites. Stay, little stray. Stay, little stray, don't go away. You look so hungry and thin. Don't be so shy, there's no need to cry. Don't be afraid to come in. Here is a dish, eat as you wish. No need to forage and roam. I'm stroking your fur, hearing you purr. Tiger, you just found a home. Mind Reader. My cat can't read a word. To think he could would be absurd. Yet every time I read a book, he scrambles up to take a look. He stops and flops on chapter 1. I'll never get my homework done. I tip my book, he thinks it's play. He won't get up and go away. So in the end, I let him win. I close my book and scratch his chin. I think I see a little smirk. He knew I didn't want to work. My cat can't read, although I find he does know how to read my mind. Finicky Felicia. Felicia the finicky cat will not chase a mouse or a rat. She finds it absurd to go after a bird, put food in a bowl, and that's that. Cat Talk. Most cats simply say meow, but when she's on the prowl, Allison the alley cat lets out a loud meow. Alley cat greeting. He flattens his ears, arches his back, and gives a hiss of warning. He won't attack, it's just his knack for wishing me good morning. My cat won't fetch. My cat won't fetch a ball or stick. He hasn't learned a single trick. If I command that he should stay, he gives a yawn and walks away. When I say sit, he rolls around. When I say come, he can't be found. He knows I'll feed him anyway and play the games he wants to play. I guess it's not too hard to tell. My cat has trained me very well. 17 cats. Cat-loving Kevin has 17 cats. They flop on his counter, they hide in his hats. 17 dinners are set in a line, 17 saucers and balls of red twine. 17 cats in bed every night. They nuzzle his nose and snuggle up tight. The house becomes quiet and nobody stirs, except for the rumble of 17 purrs. Do you see the 17 cats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Playground Cat. The children leave their slides and swings to watch him play with shoelace strings. He swats, he leaps. The playground cat does tumbles like an acrobat. No seesaws, slides, or swings for him. He doesn't need a jungle gym. One string, that's all. He'll stay all day. The playground cat just wants to play. Trapped. I can't get up. There's a cat on my lap. What a terrible time he picked for a nap. I can't get up, no dinner for me. I can't play games or watch TV. I can't get up, no school in the morning. My cat dozed off without any warning. I can't get up, and I don't dare speak. I may be here the rest of the week. Cat Nap. Eyes blinking sleepily just before dawn, he stirs at the foot of my bed, greeting the day with a satisfied yawn while stretching and bowing his head. Now he approaches and gives me a nudge, awaiting the touch of my hand. Snuggling closer, he knows I won't budge. His wish is my drowsy command. Not ready yet for the morning alarm, with dreamland appointments to keep, he cuddles up close in the crook of my arm. Together we drift back to sleep. Ooh, I like this one a lot. Zip Zoom. Zip, zong, zoom, across the room, zap, zing, zing, watch him spring, zigzag, zop, the cat won't stop. Hurry, scurry, flutter, flurry, running, racing, what's he chasing? Could it be that we can't see what makes him dash and clatter, clash? Swirling, whirling, spinning, twirling, round and round, he's slowing down. Speed diminished, now he's finished. Flop, flop, flap, it's time to nap. Picking friends. He always goes to those who don't much care for cats, and with puzzling persistence rubs the cuffs of guests who look away, ignoring his existence. And yet he turns his back on friends of cats who cluck and coo and call his name in vain. For those who love him most, he keeps his distance. Have you ever heard that cats like people who don't like cats? That's what that poem is about. Everyone was asleep. Everyone was asleep but the cat, when Sammy decided to fly like a bat. Down in the kitchen the racket began, with clattering cups and the crash of the pan. My parents woke up, my sister woke too, disturbed by the midnight hullabaloo. Next thing I knew, he was under my sheet, nipping my ankles and licking my feet. Get off me, I hollered. He leaped to the floor, scattering toys as he dashed through the door. Exhausted at last, he collapsed in a heap. It took me forever to get back to sleep. The following morning, I woke with a groan. My parents were yawning. I wasn't alone. And Sammy was snoozing. Can you believe that? Everyone was awake but the cat. Inside out. You want to come in, you want to go out. You claw at the screen, you're pacing about. Meow, let me out. I open the door. I know you'll be back in 2 minutes more. The weather's too cold, the house is too hot. You always demand to be somewhere you're not. If you don't decide without any doubt, you'll end up turning us both inside out. Cat bath. That doesn't look like a very happy cat, does it? Don't ever try to wash a cat. It simply doesn't work. If you should put her in the tub, the cat will go berserk. She'll growl and yowl and splash about. She'll soak you to the skin. And when at last you dry her off, she'll promptly lick her chin. She'll lick her paws, her front and back. She makes it very plain that all the effort you put in has just gone down the drain. Awful day. I had an awful day at school. My teacher made a fuss. I didn't get my homework in, and then I missed the bus. A barking dog just chased me home. Oh no, I've lost my key. I'll crawl in through the window. Ouch! I think I scraped my knee. The television doesn't work. I can't take any more. But now I see that Melanie is strolling through the door. She rubs her head against my leg, and I'm no longer sad, for suddenly my awful day is really not so bad. I think we're going to skip to one last poem. This is what we'll stop with. What is the work of a cat? Sheep-herding sheepdogs will bring home the wool. Sled-pulling sled dogs are bred just to pull. Greyhounds win races in 10 seconds flat. But what is the work of a cat? A guide dog will guide with a sharp pair of eyes. A show-stopping show dog may bring home a prize. Even my house dog can fetch me my hat. But what is the work of a cat? She sits on my lap while I'm brushing her fur. She snuggles in deeper. She's starting to purr. She makes me feel happy. Well, how about that? That is the work of a cat. The end. We'll stop with that.